Dominica, good afternoon to you and welcome to the Talk on the Block. If it's on the block, and we'll talk about it. Welcome to the biggest afternoon show. Those of you on Facebook, good afternoon to you too. Dominica, the region, and the rest of the world. This is Q95, and this is Talk on the Block. As usual, we take a break.
They're smooth.
And then their skin is smooth.
It's a brand new cool.
Incredibly smooth.
Perfectly balanced.
For a smooth and refreshing taste.
They're how smooth? Well smooth. Guinness smooth.
For a smooth and refreshing taste. New Guinness Smooth. Must be 18 years or older. Drink responsibly. Socialize responsibly.
Locally distributed by Belfast Estate Limited.
All you, I just meet Goldwyn in Roseau again. Same place outside Flossie's. I tried to dock in, but you had time see me. Well, story start again. Man, lot of my power with us. Talk fella. I said the same thing you doing, shopping at Flossie's. And you don't have to tell me the same thing you tell me last time because I'm busy. It's to hear him way. You reckon? About my pocket, boy. I won't tell you that I save money in food and drinks when I buy quantity. I save more. Oh, shucks, man. Well, when you're still telling me, I know already. To pack a spetting way. But it can him up pepper palais. I will tell all my friends from London, US and Dominica to come to Floss's. Right next to the Rosa Market. Open Sunday to Saturday. Floss's can't do it to you.
Good afternoon, Dominica. Good afternoon to you and welcome. Let me delve into some issues on the block this afternoon. It has just been reported that the Prime Minister of Dominica saw Pope Leo XIV in the Vatican. There's some pictures going viral now. Yes, the Prime Minister met with the Pope. Along with his wife, Melissa Popon-Skerritt. So again, in his busy morning schedule, according to Nature News, the Pope Leo met with the Prime Minister in the Vatican. The Holy See Press Office issued statements describing the Holy Father's meeting. His Holiness Pope Leo XIV received an audience in the Vatican Apostolic Palace the Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of Dominica, His Excellency Roosevelt Skerritt, who subsequently met with the Eminence Cardinal Petro Parolin, Secretary of State, accompanied by the Archbishop Paulo Aro Gallagher, Secretary for Relations with the States and International Organizations. During the cordial talks at the Secretarial of State, the good relations between the Holy See and Dominica were noted. Attention was then given to the valuable contributions of the Church and the Church makes to the country, especially in the fields of social assistance and education. The conversation also touched upon current regional, national, socio-political issues such as societal challenges and the consequences of climate change, including the renewal of the mutual commitment to promote cooperation for the good of the Dominican people. That's one issue, or one news item we're following. From the international scene again, the suspect in the Charlie Kirk shooting has been identified as a 22-year-old, his name Tyler Robinson. According to the Utah governor, Spencer Cox, a relative of Robinson contacted a family friend who then alerted the Washington County Sheriff's Office. Investigators later confirmed that Robinson's identity using the surveillance footage from Utah Valley University. The location where Kirk was fatally shot in on Wednesday. The footage reportedly shows Robinson arriving at the campus at 8:29 in the morning in a Great Dodge Challenger. Governor Cox also stated that when Robinson was arrested early this morning, he was wearing clothing that matched what was seen in the surveillance footage.
There's smooth.
And then there's Guinness Smooth.
It's a brand new cool.
Incredibly smooth.
Perfectly balanced.
For a smooth and refreshing taste.
How smooth? Well smooth. Guinness smooth.
For a smooth and refreshing taste. New Guinness Smooth. Must be 18 years or older. Drink responsibly. Socialize responsibly.
Locally distributed by Belfast Estate Limited.
There's more news internationally. Police arrested a 13-year-old, I repeat, a 13-year-old in Washington state who had everything ready to go for a mass shooting. When police arrested a 13-year-old boy in Washington, last week accused of making threats to kill, they found he had everything ready to go to commit a mass shooting, including a trove of more than 20 guns in his home. He was arrested after the Pierce County Sheriff's Office received information Friday from an internet watch group that reports threatening online posts. A deputy in that state reported. After reviewing the suspect's social media posts, it was warranted to immediately move forward with an arrest. Authorities believe the boy has school shooter ideations. When the SWAT team descended on the boy's home, located in some part of Washington, I think more Parkland area, at about 1 a.m. in the morning, they found a collection of 23 firearms, several boxes of ammunition, loaded magazines, with school shooter writings on them, as well as clothing and writings typical to a mass shooting scenario. The arrest comes as students around the United States settling in a new school year and the persistent threat of gun violence that comes with it. Last month, 2 young children were killed. I'm sure you remember that. and more than a dozen people were wounded in a shooting during mass the first week of classes at a Catholic school. Investigators say the guns had no serial numbers and some appeared 3D printed. It is unknown who or what the intended target was going to be, but it's clear it was a matter of time before another tragic incident occurred. Dominica, so you see clearly, huh? Gun violence is exploding. So we need to bring this to a halt. So it's not just Dominica. It's all over the world. And rising. You know, you could be standing anywhere these days. The young men are so brave, so brazen. So you can just basically say you don't know who's next. But let's not get to this, Dominica. Let's not get to this and try to bring an end. The police in Dominica are working night and day. Some may not agree. But I still believe there's some good police officers out there. They are rotten ones. That I can say for sure, but something has to go.
Aladdin, his nickname was Aladdin. His real name was Lee. And he was a very nice boy. Very nice boy. That boy was very nice. He was with everybody. I don't know what happened. I really don't know what happened. Why the person that chose to kill him that way did it. But I pray that his soul rest in peace. Also, I am heartbroken. I have other children, but that one is hurting me for this one there because I wasn't expecting that. I just pray God he rest in peace and that I find justice for my son. That's all I'm asking. Justice for my son. That's what I want.
So where were you when you heard the news?
I was at work. At the time, and I got the news from somebody called my phone telling me, look, they just shoot my son down here on the road there and so. And then I got another call from my other friend, Merlin down the road. She called me again and she told me, Miranda, you're not coming and check on your child. Look, they shoot Aladdin and Aladdin lied on the road there and no police, nobody. So I had to call the Roseau ambulance and then they tell me they will call the police station and so forth to pass the message. And then I left work with a co-worker of mine from Martin. She couldn't let me go by myself. She came with me and she that was supporting me all the way. Yes, so
when you came, what did you see?
When I came, I saw they tell me look down there his body is. So I said everywhere bow up already. So everywhere was tape up and so. So I couldn't come close to the body. But then after a good while when they uncover him to do their investigations and so forth, they were doing investigation. I happened to take a glance and I saw him. The boy always had a smile on his face. He died with all his teeth showing. Huh? All his nice teeth showing. And he does dead just like that. Oh God, I ask you to forgive the person that do it. Forgive the person that do it, but it wouldn't go easy like that.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And you know the entire community is disturbed. Songwriter and singer in the Granby community responded that way.
Mal mon d'accord, un petit mal. Mon fâché. Mon fâché. Je pourrais mener dans le village, là, garçon. Nous pas taper douleur, garçon, village. Je pourrais mener nous le village, là, garçon. Je pourrais mener le village, là, garçon. Nous pas style mettre douleur dans le village, là, garçon, frère. Garçon, je peux pas mettre des causes en point, je pas s'appliquer village, là, mon avertissant, je pas s'appliquer village, là, frère. Je pas s'appliquer village, là, frère. Match, ils ont qu'à faire qu'une fois village, là, frère. Je pas s'appliquer village, là, so, garçon, mais quand on want twin, garçon, because on can fuck up village là, frère. Donc, moi, c'est là, c'est ça, nous casser le top, c'est quoi qui nous cochon ça, frère. Nous lancer vers ça, garçon. Si on a mon débrouiller ça, un dread. Mon, c'est là, c'est vers ça, man, dread. Quand il besoin village, c'est ça, man. Village là, nous, assis, nous, quand ils ont ce petit branche, dread, qui just venu, frère. Village là, nous, assis, nous, frère. Je ne pas pour tuer rôle à Simna, frère. Je ne pas qu'à ouer manière Simna, frère. Garçon, nous besoin verser, nous, vous devez parler, vous devez mettre village, nous savons, garçon, je pas ça mener village, garçon, nous avançons. Je pas ça mener village, garçon, il me assis avant village, frère. Mon comptoir, quand tu marches, ça, garçon. C'est mon qui l'op ça, hein, et mon qui lang, ça, ou dit. Et pour nous avoir pourtant nous obligé tant because mon fâché donc pas l'état village là déjà et pour nous va s'il mener dans le temps pour garçon ça va faire nous honte garçon.
Lobster. Exhaling about what happened in Grand Bay yesterday afternoon sometime. No, the question is, what is causing, or what are the causes? Why are the young people solving problems with guns? I have my colleague, Mr. Franklin Peter Moses, with me for a few minutes here. He understands the block. I'm sure he's around. He's been around for some time. Longer than I have, for sure, in the Rosa vicinity. FM, search deep down. I mean, and tell me what you think is the problem of the young men exploding with guns.
Not just thanks, Matt. Not just guns, just violence on a whole. I think it's a culture. Let me make the analysis. In our time growing up, pre the advent of social media, where now you have people who would not say something, but because of society, not say it or not do it. They thought about it. Now it's in the open. So you have people say, well, if me can do it, I can do it too. Or I mean, one person say, me, I don't have Cobain. You hit me, I hit you back. I tell my child that before. No, it was reverse. You don't dare not let me hear you talk violence. I'll tell your mother. And so we've lost the respect that we had for authority. Both at home, at
why?
school.
Why?
I guess it's just something that happens with the evolution of technology and children making children. No longer will your children have. I feared my parents when they say, I'm going to tell your mother or your father, your uncle. They had the right to caution you and beat you, and you go, you cannot say that, you get a double beating. So there's no rules anymore because we've laxed our rules from authority, the highest authority at home and school. Police is arrested for supposedly doing what he's being paid to apprehend. He's apprehended for doing that same thing. Children making children. So if you have a child who's never, there's some people who've never gotten a beating, never shall be within. You cannot tell a child these days, go in your room. He has his phone. She has a phone. So that's no punishment. What's the punishment? The Bible says, better road you spoil a child. And I just think, not my children. No. And that my children are half my age. And they all did what I tell them to do, not what they suggest different.
It doesn't happen anymore.
It doesn't happen anymore.
Because children are making children?
Yeah, that too. And the lacks of responsibility, even from authority. Now, what are the examples, Matto? What are the examples to do if for our children, if we don't set at least a standard, they fall for class, a low class? Whoever set a standard. I'm asking, is it too late? Again, with the advent of technology, what is the punishment? I'm going to take your phone from you. It happened in the States. The guy mashed up his mother's house. So there's an addiction that's creeping, the addiction of, I don't care what you say, I'm going to do it, addiction of waywardness, an addiction of no law, no constitution, no law, no constitution. It came from the top, bro. I don't go to hell. It's none of your... When you hear those kind of things, they seem flippant, but they have an active part to play in the psyche of the people.
So you're saying politics or partisan politics are
not only that,
are part to play.
Church, politics, parenting, and society in a whole. Now our children
we become too lax.
Too lax. Our children shall pay. I mean, my kids. I made my kids when I was in my 20s, but now you have 14, 15. What can a child, a man, a boy, or girl? 15, 16, 17, 18, even 19, 20, your brain is fully developed. You have to take on the responsibility for yourself. You have to think of feeding, clothing, education. But you want that for yourself. Nobody taught us. Nobody taught me how to be a father, Matt. Nobody teaches us to be a father. Nobody teaches you to be a wife. Nobody teaches you to be a boyfriend and girlfriend. You just move on adrenaline, oxytocin energy. I like him, he like me, she like me, pregnant, move on, and the cycle just continues. So there's no... Do we have juvenile court in Dominica? Are the laws? Look, they shoot a man. Look, they shot a man in America. They get him in less than 48 hours. So people are just killing people. Nobody gets it. The last death penalty was Frederick. How many years ago? You know, you go to jail, you eat, you come back out. I'll kill you.
But it appears solving these crimes seem to be getting more difficult in Dominica.
And that again is there was a time when we were afraid. Not fearful, afraid of the police. When you had people to say, okay, Gin and them coming, what's his name? Evans John coming, Archie coming, Alp coming. You know, you put yourself in order, you know. Then these days, police, where's the bite?
Police like toy.
Yeah, you know, it's like toy. And the legislation is there, but you have young lawyers. There was a time when you say you go to follow. You don't want to go in front of the magistrate, follow, because you will get the whole book, the directory, the telephone, and the whole testament thrown at you. 20 years. 10 years, they took him out. Bianzin came, 10 years, take him out. Because he may create some political disunrest because I want my vote. Then you have a person saying, my pal rep send me, but what's your skill? What is your... My parents send me, so I get the job. So these are deep sociological and economical factors that we take into consideration because we're losing our generation. We are losing the generation.
We are.
Yep.
Alas, man, the parents and the authorities, politics have failed the people. Franklin is so correct. It's rough out there. No respect for people anymore. Some policemen are no examples. So what do you expect? Somebody's asking the question, Matt, who caused the country to be in the state that it is? Who created the atmosphere for the hopelessness in the country and the degradation of our society? And the third, why is no politics then? What it is not, or no, why is it not politics when the politicians created the situation? I am of the opinion that some of the politicians are responsible for the proliferation of guns in the country, which results in all this senseless violence and death. Dominica needs a change of government. Too much corruption, too much decadence. Our country has gone to the dogs. We do not have a country anymore. And it's very, very, very sad. Hello, talk to me. Several factors have been just pointed to. Of course, we just heard from my colleague Franklin Moses. He's still in the studios. Hello, talk to me on the telephone. Yes.
Yeah, Matt. I'm saying I'm very concerned on this too, about what is happening, Matt.
Yes.
Matt, it has crossed the red line, Matt, in broad daylight, just after one in Lale, my village of Grande in Lale, we Matt, a place where you must have people around, and you telling me you shooting a man boldly, not under the cover of darkness, no, in broad daylight, but it can't get worse than that, Matt. But they have, and not too long, there's an amnesty for bringing illegal guns. But the police and the authorities have to get those illegal guns because they are out there, Matt. They are out there.
But they gave them a chance. They didn't bring them in.
But they didn't bring them in. So they have to go and get them, Matt. And when they get the people the illegal guns, they must deal with them, Matt. You can't give them slap on the wrist, Matt. It has to be fined and confined. I mean, that nonsense must stop, Matt. When it's going to stop now, it has crossed the red line now, Matt. I'm very, very disturbed about that, man. Good afternoon.
And you're not the only one. Good afternoon to you. 449, Matt. Bro, now the police we have are very much not intimidating by their mere childish appearances. It's the word policeman has been equated to police boy. Just look at this immature young people who are joining the service. They're like school children. 449-3095-96 and 97. Hello, on the telephone. Talk to me, yes.
Yes, my brother. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, yes.
You're revisiting the violence that's plaguing the island now. My brother, let me say something to you. Thanks to Franklin and the lobster you played earlier on. Matt, let me reintroduce the word the politics of the street and the politics that rules the nation, that governs the citizen's life, has great influence on the youth. I say that to reintroduce the words and to bring meaning to them two words, because we tend to not understand the word politics and governance. But before I say what I'm going to tell you, Lobster said something. Something to that he said. He said the village has roots. Village Lani was in. That means we come from a place where we had roots, culture, respect. And we have lost that because of the politics thanks to Franklin, he just break it down. No law, no constitution. Man, you take a young man today, hearing these things on the podium, hunt them down like Al Qaeda did Osama bin Laden. No parliament say, see, take out Lennox Clinton, just take him on somewhere. We don't care what you do to him. In other words, implicating a crime. You insinuating a crime. These things are very influential. People may say, oh, that has nothing to do with nothing. When you was a youth man, when I was a youth man, Franklin or any one of us, and people try to influence you to do certain things, you know if you do that, you're in trouble because not only your parents will straighten you out, but the people in the village, because you are not just responsible for yourself. You are responsible for yourself, your family, and your village, and most of all, the country. And these things had you in check, and no one had to tell you that. You automatically knew it because of how you were raised. So when someone hear a conversation taking place on that level and try to dismiss the politics and the influence that people at the top has influence on the youth, the way they speak, the way they wear, the money they spend, and no one is accountable for it. All these things. Then you have the social media. What does took place in America that you read earlier, my brother? It has roots in what you discussed earlier this week, I think, or last week. Bullying. A child coming from a different home from another child wearing a different kind of clothes. No parents ask where you get that from. A child gets bullied and they have parents with all kind of ammo. You think a 13-year-old could amass 20 guns in his 13-year life like that? These things are influential. These things come from a place where we look the other way. We don't see it, but it's around us. And that's why most of the time when you meet young people, I try to be respectful to them. And if I'm seeing them or hearing them being disrespectful, I give them a word to carry from a knowledge point of view and respect. Because I knew once when I was a youth man, I've had people try to influence me to do something that I didn't feel was right. To them, if you want to do it yourself, that's what you want to go do it. Don't put me with this. I'm not that kind of person. I'm not being influenced by no man. I've never been a child who's been influenced by other people because we were raised that way. You know your parents or your family members would not allow you to do that. But as time goes on, the grown people in the society who should be carrying the society to carry that legacy has disrespected the society, disrespected the elders, disrespect all what was built before them, and they just take it and run it in the ground. And today we suffer because of our own actions. You see, these things affect a society. It may not come on all one time, but it creeps slowly. I'll give you an example and I'm out. You see them species that you have in the country, yellow frog and African snail and this thing. They themselves find some of them in Central Park in New York a couple of weeks ago. These things have been there, but now it's becoming a problem. And when they want to deal with it on a serious tip, it's going to be more costly. The damage would have been done already. I'm just saying that, Matt, if you leave a water dripping, drip, sooner or later it bore a hole in the concrete, you galvanize that to rust and it coming in. We ignore things that we should look at. And people who are in charge, most of all, in the politics of the nation, ignores these things. And when it comes to a point where it's unbearable, they just want to punish everybody, just throw the whole thing, the whole law system, but they neglect that what they were supposed to do that created that problem. And this is where we are today. My brother, I'm listening. Great conversation. Thank you.
Good afternoon again. I want to support Franklin Peter Moses. Now children has rights. Parents who were the role models in the 70s, the 80s, and 90s now have to ask the children what they want to eat, what they wear, even what hairstyle they want. We have created a police clown troupe that the public has no respect for. Politicians commanding police. We saw it openly with the video on the bench. I suspect that reference will not go away. Somebody says, it is Jesus who said, daughters of Jerusalem, do not weep for me, weep for yourself and for your children. For if they do this, when the wood is green, what will happen when the wood is dry? Prophecy is being fulfilled right in our faces. Oh, social media. Making reference to, I suspect, what Franklin spoke about earlier. Social media, and to tell you the truth, single mothers raising young boys by 9, 10, 11 years of age, mothers afraid of these boys. That they even want situating the boys. No respect, angry young men. And more young men are getting deeper in this life, even watching so many of this gun violence. They think it won't happen to them and ask them for what? The reasons many are ridiculous. You know, Franklin, I was FM.
Mm-hmm. I'm right here.
I was driving towards the KFC, yeah? About 2 days ago. 2 days ago. So I saw a young man remove a cutlass. Just about maybe minutes to 5 in the afternoon. Ran towards the drive-through. So I suspect maybe a driver may have hit his motorbike. He packed his bike, pulled out the cutlass, and ran to meet the guy waving the cutlass right there, bracing like that. You think that would ever happen in our time? Just
Boy, I mean, I remember in our time in the 70s, 80s, 90s, we heard about Free Deathstroke now when it was presumed that he had, which of course he was innocent, proven later on that he had shot a white man. And I was growing up. So you heard them like sporadically, like once every 2-3 years. There's a man in Grand Bay. There was a man what's his name? Bellot. And there's another dude. There was one in Funkoli. The two in Funkoli with the policeman that was shot. But they happened and they shocked the nation. You know, like not like now. Yeah, one in Grand Bay, one in Postmore.
Yeah, the whole nation goes cold.
Yes, when you hear that, it's like, what? You know, even when Newton was, and that's the other thing. Nobody is afraid of the repercussions or the consequences. You go to jail, you get a lawyer, he gets you off, or you pay. Look at this, a guy they found him with ammunition. He $13,000, pay that within hours, and it's not like there's no deterrent. Just there's the national ways of cutlass or a gun. You know, nowadays the person could run, you let go 5 Gokul wash behind him. Even a government is stone. We didn't have guns in those days. In the 90s, it exists, but it was under strict control. Now everybody seemed to have and know how to handle a handgun and a weapon, and it's frightening. I live my life. Just my children and my grandchildren. But it's frightening. It doesn't look like there's going to be any reversal. And until it happens to you, Matt, when it happens to your cousin or your brother, your son, and it just becomes when it comes home, like Malcolm had said.
Do you think it's going to stop anytime
No.
soon?
No. There's gun amnesty, 5 guns. 5. Well, supposedly 5 guns were brought in voluntarily. And I guess because if I have 2, I'll bring in 1.
And we were talking about the incident in Granby, and I did some further investigation and found out the police were very busy in Lale that morning because somebody came and shot 4 tires in front of somebody's house, that same day before the shooting there.
Yeah.
So there are many guns out there, police. There are many guns, but somebody's on the telephone. Are you there, caller? Talk to me. Yes.
Yes, Mr. Pelkey, I'm there. Franklin Moses, blessings to you, King.
Thank you, sir.
Matt, let me say something, Matt. Matt, years ago, you see, I'm a person with a big mouth. Although they say I speak in big words, but how can I formulate a big word with my mouth so small? Big and small. You see the contradiction, Matt?
Yeah.
Matt, years ago, people come with the rights of the child, the rights of the child. Not child abuse, Matt, they take it further with the rights of the child. Matt, I make noise on radio. Matt, I say sing. People tell me sing. How can I sing? Matt, I always tell them, you see what they're doing? They're turning our children against us. The rights of the child were the rights of parents. Matt, I can remember that quite vividly. You can go back in the archives and hear me telling us in Dominica. On your program, Matt, maybe on GBS and wherever, I called.
I remember. Yes, I remember.
I cautioned us with the rights of the child. You cannot, the wording, you cannot state it in such a way to make the child believe the parents have the rights, because you're talking about the rights of the child in the absence of the authority of the parents. That's why you don't want to say rights. And I always warn, you see, all what you see in America, that's what all you want to do in Dominica, all what that happened in Europe, and not I see it. Or you're talking about boys, girls, parents afraid of the girl children, little children. Because anything they say, I am calling police for you, welfare, and they leave in and go to welfare, to hop a bus and go and tell welfare, all kind of thing about the parents. That's one story, Matt, and I'm glad Franklin did not shy away from some of the contributing factors. Matt, I'm always a just person. These are not all the only contributing factors. The movies, the music, all the influencers on social media, the madness, Matt Koshoni, Matt feels sorry for young people. We must stop just blaming them. They did not create all what you're seeing. There are demons in the world that study the psychology and they create what they call, Matt, and it is for really not me that's saying that, organized chaos and predictive programming. They know exactly how you're going to behave based on what they give, what they make available to your exposure. But Melissa Popon Skerrit need to apologize to the nation, Matt. The wife of whatever that passes for the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister, Austria, all of them need to apologize, Matt. Matt, these people have said a lot of things to incite and set up the people one party against the next. It's happening in Jamaica, in Trinidad, in Africa, in America. Look how also Trump blaming the Democrats for the partner they just killed there. You hear that, Matt? Trump
yes, I heard that. Yes, I heard that.
Yeah, Trump already done saying he's gay and blah, blah, blah. He don't know the circumstances surrounding the event because there is not a conclusive investigation. Trump already saying is the Democrats that do that, is they that behind that, and is they that this. And so, Matt, in this world of today, my brother, if you do not talk to your children and keep them as close to you as possible, Matt, you're raising a little demon and they're exposed to politicians and not for real the police, them little children they have as police. You cannot respect
They look like little children, and I know that you cannot respect. Let me take that back. And the next thing, Matt, I am saying, these foolish politicians that think they can walk around, have police walk around with long guns and military fatigue, telling them young people no more about guns and all kind of things. They're not afraid. You're just enticing them and influencing them to have guns too when you always have guns in their faces. Boy, Matt is a lot to say, but we get messed up, my brother. Thank you.
All right, blessings. Thank you very much. Again, let's take a break for this song, The World Today, man. King Austin.
So many we have invention, calling them nuclear weapons, with a man, woman, and children. Love and understanding, you have lost your meaning. There's only power mankind feeling. You want to this, to be one for the one you can. Interested in causing destruction.
This is Caribbean Vibes.
Massacre that took place in Lebanon. Yes. It's left to see it is a hopeless situation. Most of the world leaders will try to come together. We could plunge into disaster. The headlines are shocking. Thousands and thousands dying.
Somebody says, Matt, I'm going to be controversial. Please, disband universal education and bliss. Please bring back JSP. Too many unprepared children are going to waste 2 to 3 years in high school, only to be sent back in the streets with no skill. You agree with that?
Yeah, that's another thing. What is up with the curriculum? In our days, where I don't know, when I work for the Youth Development Division, I still have big people with grandchildren still calling me teacher, because Elizabeth Alfred under the Youth Development Division, and that would be under Henry George, under Freedom Party. We had in the youth division skills training. We first started that. So if you got pregnant in school, if you didn't make it to GC, you didn't get through to get a bursary, it was the policy of the youth development division with Ava McIntyre and Amoy Williams and Colbert Pinnard and Patsy Leighton and Davis Leighton. I called Colbert Pinnard. I was there as a substitute teacher. Ophelia Marie, she's dead now. This other lady, Ava McIntyre. That was my group of people. So I was under Lucia Blaise also. I was nurtured with maturity. So you had the standards to look up to, and you were responsible for them. So the students I was teaching, there was how to fill in a passport form. You don't have, not because they call you didn't pass your English or your maths or whatever it is, accident happen, you get pregnant or you lose your job, whatever, you throw your mother for you because you're pregnant, your boyfriend. You're not discarded. So we taught them how to write an application form.
Social skills.
The basic social skills. Even if I call my brother, because it's look your iPhone. I have some grandchildren there, and I don't know whose part is whose right.
You know, and I was having a conversation with my son. You know, we were basically saying, you know, children these days don't have any social skills.
No social skills.
They caught in front of the computer playing social games, and they have no social skills.
It's on Deshaun. I will declare with him because I know his father. I'm his grandfather, but Deshaun has to get back the whole cycle of sleep again, because during holiday, the night was his day and the day is his night, you know. And in our days, when I don't know, again, a different time, different stroke for different folks, we had law, martial law. martial law, you I do the same thing you mentioned, social skills. But when you have children who did not learn the social skills, no longer anybody feared the neighborhood. There was a person, when I got my beating, my auntie sent me to get Gainer Boozwell belt. I had to go and get my own belt to get a beating for making a tobacco because half of my neighbors saw me making a tobacco. I got punished. Up to that, hit bad. Yeah. Because a neighbor saw me making a tobacco, my auntie sent me to the other neighbor next door, ask Gainer Boozwell to give me the belt for me to get a beating. And then when I get it, bring it back. Hush! Swallow it. Even when you cry, you don't. So you learn the hard way, bro.
You did. Let's go back to the telephone, 449-3095. Things have really changed. Talk to me, yes.
Good afternoon, Mr. Matthias Melty, and good afternoon to my good friend
Franklin Moses, yes.
Yes, I know.
Teacher.
We're talking about the old days. Matt, let me tell you, one of the most important things, and I heard that Franklin mentioned that earlier on, there is no deterrent. You cannot tell me a guy murder somebody. He goes to the prison remanded. It's not his fault. You hold him there for 5, 6 years. When you take him to court, you tell him, time spent, go at your home. What kind of justice is that now? That is what's going on. Nobody go in jail 20 years, 25 years, or even hanging for capital punishment. So there's no deterrent. So a guy, anytime he says, I will kill you, I'll shoot you. That's what's going on. There's no deterrent. If there was a deterrent, people would learn to behave themselves. And Franklin, according to you, about the skills, I'm very much upset that they are, especially in the private school, they should bring them back. Remember the days of Martinelli in good school, they should do plumbing, electricity, and so on. Yeah. And I'm happy in a way that they brought back school from 9 to 3:40. As Mark said, the children have too much time on their hands. And it's a fact. In your days, Franklin, when you went to school, you go in, if your mother give you a cup of squash and a bread, you go back to school. No, they're roaming all over the show. Nothing. Thank you very much.
You're so right. I remember when my 2 children, now adults, were going to school. If they don't appear at a certain time, you're very concerned,
Yeah. Oh, yes. But how come you don't reach yet? Oh, yeah. The same thing my auntie said to me when I made the tobacco. And yeah, the person that's listening, yeah, they know.
You have time.
First thing she said to me,
you have to get home at the time.
How was school today? I wondered, what? But she's not a customer asking me, how was school today? So they were monitoring you, and if not, the neighbor monitoring you. No, you say, my neighbor, in fact, parents bringing their child to fight for the children, the parents fighting. You're madman. You don't even give the neighbor rudeness. If it's at the coincide, we get the mom out. So we've lost that kind of cultural control. That we've lost it. And is it going to come back? I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think
hope.
So. Everybody, I think right now, I'm going to say something nationally. Everybody now become totally and completely responsible for raising up your children according to your standards and stand by the consequences. Don't come and cry for people if you let them go. Where you going? I going out. 12 o'clock in the night, you're madman.
But you know the human rights and things like that.
Yeah, human rights when I finish pay your school fees and so on. No, not. Go outside. Go outside.
449 Franklin, Peter Moses. Let's take a voice note here and then we'll continue the conversation. Leonard Matthew, let me hear what you have to say. Yes.
Matt Peltier, good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to your listeners.
Yes, sir.
Matt Peltier, we have talked about the gun violence and the trend that our young men are taking when it comes to solving problems and solving disputes. It's either a machete, a gun, or some form of violence. And it seems like we've become a society that has no tolerance for each other and is ill-disciplined. And it's showing its face in many aspects of our life. I can remember you had this preacher from St. Lucia who came by to do some this priest, famous priest from St. Lucia who came by, and he was on your radio station talking, and I called and I told you there is an issue with our men in our society. And anytime there is a community, a society where men have abdicated their role and their responsibility to ensure that they are the peacemakers, the ones who enforce the ethics, the values, the standards in our community, not just by enforcing it with action, but by action on others, but by themselves, then we have a deterioration of society. Matt Peltier, if you look at what is happening in the broader context of our society, you look at the announcements of Dominican students graduating, you will see 5 men, about 20-something, 30-something young women. It seems like while our young boys have been lost, we do not have role models and people instilling disciplines from the home, because I think it starts at the house, where there are a bunch of mothers raising kids and different fathers, and there's nothing of discipline in the household. And once your household discipline is lacking, then it translates to the community and the country. And I think the bigger problem of our violence in our community is the absence of men standing up for what is right, what is just, and what is ethics, because the Bible and the church and the spirit have appointed them leaders of our community and our church, and they have failed to speak up in times of deteriorating ethics values in our society. And all what you see happening for young men shooting one another, I believe, is a reflection of that, Matt Peltier. Because in a household, if you don't have people who set the right values, set the right example, and set the discipline, then it flows out into how our community relates with one another. And now we have a situation where a bunch of young men feel like they lost. Nobody can control them. Nobody can guide them to the right path. And even if there are people in society who are supposed to do better, by their own example, they're telling the young men that that values, principles, morals, ethics, integrity does not matter. So they will do whatever it takes. Matt Peltier, I have 2 sons. One of my sons is supposed to be going to school. If my son comes home with money that he cannot account for, I will take him to the police station and make sure he sleeps sometime in jail. Because he knows that he can't be coming to my house and say, hey, I have money, I'm not questioning him. And sometimes when we complain about what is happening to these young men, we don't realize the people who stay silent, the people who do nothing, are just as guilty in helping or causing that problem than the people who are affected. And I think a lot of times, one of the reasons we don't solve social problems, because people think because it doesn't directly impact their kids or their family, it's not affecting them. And I think that's the false narrative that's been happening. So when the sons and daughters of my neighbors and my friends are doing bad, I stay silent because it's not mine. And we don't realize when the society deteriorates, all of us feel it. So, Matt, having said that, I think we need to examine our family structure. We need to examine the fact that you don't find male role models in our elementary school anymore. Young men don't even want to teach. The days when my father was an elementary school teacher and a principal, the days of these people are gone.
Thank you, Mr. Leonard Matthew. Always food for thought.
When I look around, what can I see?
Yeah, I just want to say good afternoon to some of my work colleagues, those who are still also working with at-risk youth. You know, my heart and my passion right now is for not everybody or everything is Franklin Moses' assignment, but my brothers and my sisters on the street. You know yourselves, and I make myself available because I have been there and I still go every day. And maybe it's not had it not been for Matt, the staff here, Mr. G, and the rest of the very attentive staff to my needs, and everybody listening, those who love me, as Matt would say, those who love to hate me, I love everybody. But my passion is I know when my friends they're high. I know who is. I believe I know because I pay attention to it. Who needs love? Who needs attention? You know, you just call everybody a paro because I have some people who don't take drugs and they're worse paro than anything else. And so we don't see much. Maybe they fell through the cracks. But these are the sons and daughters of our mothers and our aunts and our uncles. You know, so that is one generation. But then you have the other generation whereby they take advantage of the people who they see on the street, and nobody takes any redress to that. There was a time when we had people like Muzi, Harold V8. They were on Mako. They were like a cultural icon. You know, you sing a song about ugly. Ugly was now you have people just beating up people who are less fortunate. I mean, people have the Bible says it in the book of Timothy. In the latter times, men are going to be without passion. They're going to be fierce. They're going to be disobedient to parents. So the Bible was right in Timothy. 2 Timothy is coming to pass. I wish I could pull it up. Let me put it up. Let's see.
Nothing stands in my way. Oh, river the right shrine. Soon the boat won't fly. The mountains will be no longer high.
As somebody says, Matt, another problem is that the people of Grand Bay, especially knows where and who are holding the guns and fail to report them. So the same guns are killing their own people, their own sons. I'm waiting to hear Mr. Black on this incident. And the Zone Rouge benches in Roseau, wicked and corrupt politician.
I see.
That's the WhatsApp on Facebook. But when this evil government removed JSP from the school system, that was one of the worst days in Dominica's history. They're more concerned about thieving the country's money. Another WhatsApp message.
And I want to tell you now, where do we go from here? And it's everywhere. Gaze upon the horizon, and the cloud of judgment will come. And the savage hands of unscrupulous men defile everything past by. Time is running out. As we eat and drink species at the brink of the next thing, yeah. And I think no one can deny that the price of progress is high.
Oh boy, we're quickly running out of time. We have many phone calls. Good afternoon to you. Yes? Yes? Hello? Yes? Yes? Hi, nurse. What's up?
Afternoon, I'm fine. Matt, I was here this afternoon, this morning, and a lady came from Grand Bay. And you know what she said to me?
Yes.
Her son got up last night in his sleep and couldn't sleep. And you know what he tell her? Mommy, if I have to die, and I'm the only boy you have, you don't know how I would feel. Or if you even had to die, how I would feel. And when that lady started to talk about the child, she tell him, talk to think about God. Don't just, give up like that. But I sat down in my house this morning and I cried. But the person that killed Wayne Rample is still out. They paid the family $250,000 to win that case back. And I don't get justice back. But I'm the only one I'm hurting. I lost my one son. I lost one girl in my story. I had two children God gave me. I lost every one of them. But the girl is not is so. But God didn't do me that. And but when I die, I will face I lose it. And people on the road, I was on the road, I was on my positive Sunday morning, stand up watching out. After the case ended on the first day, the mother of the child passed up in my street and clapping and laughing and dancing at me, man. Man, I suffer in Dominica, man, and I look about everybody, children, man. Man, my work was a nurse before I was nursing out the child in my health care center in Portsmouth, looking at about 40-something children. And then I feeding program in Portsmouth, feeding people children. Man, I work in Dominica, and I That's it, man. And I could do all kinds of and everybody made their life at it. And I killed my child. What is it by that killing? Is it by how to call it now? Man, everybody does it by that killing. His family have money, they have prices, and they pay up the case. And just like a jacket. But I don't get one out of justice and stop my child get his hair out cut, his waist, his back cut, his breast chest cut. All about my head, gun, dirty stuff. All my child, outside, man. I know I'm a person, but I pray. And I agree, Max. And I have to ease it up. But there are times I alone say, that nobody don't know. And I just cry that nobody help. I when I cry.
So Ness, every time you hear of an incident like that, you remember your child.
Kind of thing, it's irritating me. And man, you don't know what justice people get because if you have money, you can pay off cases. You know people and know people. People taking you, man. Man, I was treated like a dog in Dominican. I have no politics to nobody. All your money I to God. And I'm hurting, man.
Bye-bye. I know your pain. I feel your pain.
I eat and drink species at the brink of the next thing, yeah.
Sometimes you have to allow her to exhale, huh? But, you know.
Can't deny that the price of progress is high.
You heard the cry, the emotions of this lady from Grand Bay this morning, and she have other children, much less for nurse who had one.
I see consciousness a bit to be recklessly money make the books inflate your body create a turbulent state. I see a struggle between the sexes in commercial more complexes. Don't invest my ear. Thinking context. What shall be next? I'm already seen. This will never move like the rest on a freedom class. And some of the things inspector predict how it truth will come to pass. So I will prepare children picking children to be a part of this growing mass. And I ask if this is progress, Lord, how long would it last? How long would it last? How long would it last?
Somebody wanted to hear the voice from Grand Bay who spoke in Creole. You know, this brother, I think, said that how he felt about the community. Just, you know, his Grand Bay should. Yes.
Mon fâché.
He's vexed.
Mon fâché. So pour man dans le village là garçon. Nous pas taper dou les garçon village là. So pour man dans le village là garçon. So pour man dans le village là garçon so nous ka still mettre dou dans le village là garçon frère. Garçon so bête amener cause on point so activité. So on pas s'appliquer village là mon avertison. So pas s'appliquer village là frère. So pas s'appliquer village là frère. Marche so ka fucking faire village là frère. So pas s'appliquer village là so garçon même cause on point garçon because so ka fuck up village là frère. Donc moi c'est là c'est ça nous casser top c'est quoi qui nous cochon ça frère. Nous là c'est ça garçon. Si so ay mon débrouiller so un dread. Mon c'est là c'est ça man dread. Quand il veut village ça so yon man. Village là ni wa sinui. Quand il se voit ce type branche dread qui just fini mi frère. Village là ni wa sinui frère. So pas pour tuer whole wa sin na frère. So pas ka ouais man sin na frère. Garçon nous garçon nous besoin verser nous vous devez parler vous devez mettre village tout ça oui garçon ça pas ça mener village da garçon nous avance ça pas ça mener village da garçon ni wa si na village là frère mon comptoir côté match ça garçon c'est mon pilote ça et mon qui lang ça ou dit et pour nous avoir pour nous obligé tant because mon fâché donc pas l'état village là déjà et pour nous va s'il mener dans le temps pour garçon ça rappelle nous honte garçon.
Lobster.
Okay. as you said that, just the final observation. Sorry, as I promised you. So we go to Google and we see the predictions of the end times, and we see that they're happening. Prediction for the end times is mentioned by Paul in 2 Timothy 3, verse 1 to 5, describing it as a period of difficult times characterized by widespread, that's the word I'm looking for, moral decline in people, such as selfishness, materialism, arrogance, disobedience, and hatred for good. All that what's good. In other words, what's good is no bad, and what's no bad good. And we're seeing that's happening. The societal breakdown where people will become lovers of self, money, pleasure more than lovers of God, and where evil people and imposters will flourish. It seems like to be bad to have a gun is like having a passport. You have your tool. You have to have your tool. And that's an extension, because if you have it, anytime you have a gun or cutlass, bro, you feel extra strong. You feel like a mint. Mint is okay, but when you feel extra strong, because you can defend yourself. It's not just for that. So people, you'll find lots of moral values, betrayal, cruelty, deception, imposters, focusing on pleasure, and that is, be watchful, be mindful, be careful. Not easy.
Someone is asking you, Franklin, do you remember the youth camp at London area?
Oh yeah,
around the Wesley area.
But that's
with Major Earl Johnson.
Earl Johnson, yes, I have history. I have history on that one too. Yeah, it is. It's frightening. It really is frightening. It's no joke. I have my other grandchildren. They're born in the States, so that is for my son. That is for he. But those under my purview here, oh yes. There's a different lead, follow, get out of the way. So I thank God.
Let's take a break. 449-309-596. We have a stop at 2:30. I think Richie Farrell is going to do a stop here until it's
true. One person is saying, thanks for that, DC. Conflict resolution is now at the end of a blade and a gun. And bro, selective justice. Police doing crime, and while they do the crime, some have been promoted. I'm reading it. Listen to the injustice done to Vasco Jones and how he was and is being treated. The story of this young man is heart-wrenching, and that guy can go over the line. You see, some people are pushed because of either getting. Look at nurse. There was video to show when she lost her son, her only son, her prized possession. So for people are hurting, and hurt people does hurt people.
I remember Mr. Edison James saying, Vasco Jones is like a ticking time bomb.
You hear that? Okay.
All right, we're going to take a break. We'll come back after this.
There's smooth.
And then their skin is smooth.
It's a brand new cool.
Incredibly smooth.
Perfectly balanced.
For a smooth and refreshing taste.
How smooth? Well smooth. Guinness smooth.
For a smooth and refreshing taste. New Guinness Smooth. Must be 18 years or older. Drink responsibly. Socialize responsibly.
Locally distributed by Belfast Estate Limited.
The New India Insurance Company has reopened its doors in Portsmouth, offering the same great services you get in Roseau. Motor vehicle insurance, home and business owners, fire and related perils, public liability, and so much more. Come, visit us today for insurance with a personal touch on Bay Street, Portsmouth, or call us at 445-4023. We are ready to serve you.
All you, I just made goal winning Roseau again. Same place outside Flossie's. I tried to dock in, but you had time see me. Well, story start again. Man, lot of my father we got Sagapella. I said the same thing you do it, shopping at Flossie's. And you don't have to tell me the same thing you tell me last time because I busy. It's to hear him way. You reckon? About my pocket, yeah. I won't tell you that I save money in food and drinks when I buy quantity. I save more. Oh, shucks, man. Well, when you're still telling me, I know already. To pack a spetting my, but I can him up pepper palais. I will tell all my friends from London, US and Dominica to come to Flossie's, right next to the Rosa Market. Open Sunday to Saturday. Flossie's can't do but 2 jours.
Just got paid and I got a little money to burn.
But do you really have money to burn? What about your commitments? Have you paid your bills? What about your telephone bill, your light bill, your water bill? What are you going to use to pay your loan? A truck of stones? NCCU wants you to continue to make wise financial decisions that will not leave you stressed. Think of your commitments. Commit to your commitments. Commit to saving. And then you can have some money to burn.
The Johnson family and friends, in collaboration with the Dominica Cancer Society, presents Songs and Rhythm in support of cancer care. This benefit concert will be held at the Alliance Française from 7 p.m. on Saturday, September 27th, 2025. Tickets are only $50 under the distinguished patronage of Her Excellency Mrs. Sylvanie Burton and Mr. Burton. Songs and Rhythm will feature the following acts: Tyson Johnson and family, Michael Henderson, Janae Jackson, Niall Grove, Stillpan, and Royat Daniel and Vernella Dumas. Get your $50 tickets at the Cancer Society office. Call 767-316-7326 or from Tyson Johnson at 245-8994 and Davis Later 265-3607.
Together we will win.
There's Smooth.
And then there's Guinness Smooth.
It's a brand new cool.
Incredibly smooth.
Perfectly balanced.
For a smooth and refreshing taste.
How smooth? Well smooth. Guinness Smooth.
For a smooth and refreshing taste. New Guinness Smooth. Must be 18 years or older. Drink responsibly. Socialize responsibly.
Locally distributed by Belfast Estate Limited.
It's all because of you.
Under the distinguished patronage of Her Excellency Mrs. Sylvanie Burton and Mr. Burton, the Johnson family and friends, in collaboration with the Dominica Cancer Society, invites you to a very life-saving, life-changing benefit concert, Sounds and Rhythm, in support of cancer care in Dominica. Come and be part of the enchanting atmosphere, saturated with strings and melodies and voices in harmony, embracing our rich, diverse symphony of nature's best, most sultry and provoking renditions. You'll love them. Featuring the Tyson family, Michael Henderson, Janae Jackson, Niall Grove, Stillpan Music, Roya Daniel, and Vanilla Dumas. Alliance Française, Saturday, September 27th at 7 p.m. All are invited to this evening of adventure. With your wholehearted support to those on the front line of cancer care and cancer support in Dominica, only $50 easy dollars. One night only.
But you always help me, Lord. Fresh market. What? That's you. Fresh market. We are open 7 days a week with the top of the line products. Well stocked supermarket and pharmacy, health and beauty care, fresh produce and meats prepared daily, hot and cold kitchen, ready to go meals, sandwiches, salads, and desserts at your fingertips. Easy access, located on the different, environment friendly, and our staff are approachable and ready to assist. Have you figured out who we are? You got it. Fresh your one stop. Everybody that comes and everybody that you. Fresh market, fresh market, never disappointed. Fresh market.
Dominica, as we wind down in the afternoon, I want to say, it's a shame what's going on in the country. Every problem has to be solved by gun violence. It doesn't augur well for society. But life is so amazing to watch. Every politician, businesses, and those that have private homes look like all they have cameras to protect them and their families. But who's protecting the rights and laws of Dominica? Who's watching the guards and not finding the criminals? Ask the leaders how many of them they have caught. Alas, Dominica, I'm still praying for you because of the leaders. No direction for us, no direction. As they say, the cameras above are watching, huh? And someone is insisting that we start putting a lot more cameras. As we're now putting in the prisons. Franklin Peter Moses, I'm gonna allow you to make your final comments and tell how do we resolve this problem?
It's as I mentioned, every individual, everybody within the sound of my voice, just don't forget, pray for your family. God is able to do good things, but especially focus on what you have control over. Your children, your grandchildren, influence. Back in Antigua, we have parents asking the children, "Where you get that phone? Where you going? I going whatever the Antiguan term." It's okay. When you get one for me too. So you have parents becoming their friends to their children. So there's no line. So everybody responsible for who you're responsible for, and do that. Though focus on you. Although you could be focusing on you and trouble still come to meet you. But in these days there, what I can suggest, be the man or the girl, walk away if you can. Don't turn your back on too many people. But if you can walk away, because the Bible also says a soft answer turns away wrath. And some people are angry for no reason. Some people could be marking you for something your parents did or whatever. Or out of the moment of anger, you could. I wonder if people still regret anymore. You say, well, I regret I did that. It's like a badge of honor to hurt somebody, or it's a badge of honor to do crazy stuff. So let's see what happens. That's everybody. Oh no! Play that song, Wooly Shapley. Everybody, Wooly Shapley. Roll your rosary.
I think I've selected another song for the afternoon, but I think we have a stop coming up. So I want to say, and I want to agree with somebody who just texts and says, "Man, all what Franklin is saying is correct." But I think the bottom line is that we've become a people who lost the fear of God, and only when we start to be obedient to God, and what He asks of us, it will change. Only God can fix this problem in Dominica. And I also think, I agree with Russ Eiley. Change your attitude. Change your attitude.
Modern society, so much conflict and misery.
Let's go back to the very, very, very start of that one.
What is wrong with this world we live in today?
I say, so much people going astray on the Broadway. Idleness and pleasure seeking having sway on the minds today. And no people forget to pray. I see children being left alone without parents and direction. After school alone, at home, in front of the television. It's as if it is the example they must follow. It's a forgiving mentality goes tomorrow. You see when you train a child out to go, when they get old they're moving slow. When you see young and your belly's long, it's a good step in my goal. Listen to me, change attitude. Turn your whole life around. Come, change attitude. The best time to start is when you are young. I said, change attitude. Don't wait till you're sick in the hospital to change attitude. Stop being carnal and be spiritual. People walking around in a mental haze, and they love to laze, and the people lift up their voice in praise. If we don't take heed and mend our ways, one of these days we gonna set this entire world ablaze. I see in the east and in the west, in the north and in the south, international commerce is rumors of wars and wars all about. And it's in the example our children will follow. The school that will be the battlefield of tomorrow. You see when you turn a child out to go, when you get old, they're moving so. When you tree up and your belly's round, it's like to stand when you listen to me, change attitude. Do right with all your might. Come, change attitude. And all your tomorrow's going to be bright. Hey, change attitude. Cast your bread on the water, not sun or rain. Change attitude. What goes around comes around again.
Let us all change our attitude, huh? The man in the mirror.
When I look at this modern society, I see so much conflict and misery. Scientifically we progress rapidly, but acts of charity we bury deeply under peace-like mentality. I see fulfillment of prophecy, which holy men prophesy. Women walking casually today with their bottoms outside. And if it's the example our children will follow. I hope they know when you talk about making tomorrow. You see when you turn out to go, when they get old and moving slow, when the tree young and your baby's wrong, it's hard to say when it's all. Listen to me, change attitude. Don't wait for nobody, else you must stand. Come, change attitude. You can ask the Lord for a brand new heart. I said, don't change attitude. I was a disciple of Lucifer. Thank God I changed my attitude. Now I serve him, Jesus the Savior. What is wrong with man from evermore? The scriptures are told he accepted brass for gold and destroyed his soul. with an evil imagination out of control. This misguided soul is spreading violence throughout the world. I see children sexually abused by close relatives, husbands leaving their wives battered and bruised, we modern yet so primitive. And this is the example of our children will follow. Oh Lord, what kind of world will we have tomorrow? You see, when a child out to go, when they get old and moving so, when it's young and you're bending too long, it's hard to say where they go. Listen to me, change your attitude. Remember, you are from the human race. Hey, change your attitude. Messieurs, mesdames, get ready for one of the biggest gospel shows of 2025. Worshippers on the Frontline Volume 3. The Independence Edition happens Friday, September 26, 2025 at the Michael Bill Daniel Memorial Park in Goodwill under the patronage of Her Excellency Sylvanie Burton and Mr. Burton. Join faith-based groups, families, and friends for a powerful night of praise and unity featuring Michael Farrell, the Bataka Nazarene Worship Team, the Pebush Cultural Dancers, Apostle Charles York, Championing God, Sanctified, DJ Slim, DJ Shan, Beverly and Friends, and Vessels of Honor. Tickets only $10 at Toots Connexion, Bullseye Pharmacy, or any WOTF committee member. Support this nation-building exercise and purchase your $10 tickets or provide a donation to the Worshippers on the Frontline Committee, as 50% of all the proceeds will be given to the President's Charity Foundation. Worshippers on the Frontline Volume 3 Independence Edition, September 26, 2025 at the Michael Bill Daniel Memorial Park in Goodwill from 8 p.m. A people in praise, a people in unity. Some of you have been longing to go into His presence. Come on, take it. Messieurs, mesdames, get ready for one of the biggest gospel shows of 2025. Worshippers on the Frontline Volume 3, the Independence Edition, September 26, 2025 at the Michael Bill Daniel Memorial Park in Goodwill. Tickets only $10 at Toots Connexion, Bullseye Pharmacy, or any WOTF committee member. Messieurs, mesdames, get ready for one of the biggest gospel shows of 2025. Worshippers on the Frontline Volume 3, the Independence Edition happens Friday, September 26, 2025 at the Michael Bill Daniel Memorial Park in Goodwill under the patronage of Her Excellency Sylvanie Burton and Mr. Burton. Join faith-based groups, families, and friends for a powerful night of praise and unity featuring Michael Farrell, the Bataka Nazarene Worship Team, the Pebush Cultural Dancers, Apostle Charles York, Championing God, Sanctified, DJ Slim, DJ Shan, Beverly and Friends, and Vessels of Honor. Tickets only $10 at Toots Connexion, Bullseye Pharmacy, or any WOTF committee member. Support this nation-building exercise and purchase your $10 tickets or provide a donation to the Worshippers on the Frontline Committee, as 50% of all the proceeds will be given to the President's Charity Foundation. Worshippers on the Frontline Volume 3 Independence Edition, September 26, 2025 at the Michael Bill Daniel Memorial Park in Goodwill from 8 p.m. A people in praise, a people in unity. Some of you have been longing to go into His presence. Come on, take it. It's all because of you.
Good afternoon to you.
It's all because of your grace.
And just imagine on the other side of the microphone, is Richie Farrell.
It's all because of
It's the big voice for the big concert coming up there. One of the coordinators on the ground here.
still standing.
There are a few tickets to give away this afternoon there, so stand by.
I could have missed my way. I could have fallen on the way.
So let's say good afternoon to Richie Farrell. How are you doing, Richie? How are you?
Good afternoon, Dominica. It's a pleasure, Matt. Always a pleasure.
Good to be back on the other side of the microphone.
Yes, it's been quite a while.
It feels good?
Feels good.
Feels good. All right, so what's going on there, Richie? Tell us what's going on there.
Yes, we are getting ready, getting geared up for Worshippers on the Front Line, Volume 3. It is the Independence Edition.
Okay.
This is a gospel event, community-based, charity-based. It is being held at the Bill Daniel Memorial Park in Goodwill on September 26, 2025. We're actually going into the Saturday morning, Matt.
You're going to the Saturday morning?
We're going into, so it's at festival style.
At daybreak?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So if the Spirit of the Lord moves into daybreak, then so be it.
All right. So you expect that?
Yeah, as long as the band have the energy.
Okay. You sound like you're doubting, no?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying. Yeah. But we plan to have a great time. You will be there. You bought your ticket already. We appreciate you for doing that. And it's just going to be a massive event. But like I said, this is community-based. We're giving back to the country through the President's Charity Foundation, Matt.
Okay.
And the President, Her Excellency, has agreed and is expected to be there, will be there, along with her husband. This is a powerful man, a humble man, a powerful man, and a powerful woman.
I hope you don't have the president up early in the morning. You know.
She can handle that. Dominica, yeah. She's a Dominican. She's strong.
Okay.
But, it's going to be a great atmosphere, good energy, good people.
So what is the objective of this exercise, really?
Okay, we're going to go into that, but let me introduce to my right another powerful woman, Miss Beverly LeBlanc. She's the vice president of the Worshippers on the Frontline Committee. I'm the president.
Okay.
And we'll introduce the other members later on, but Miss Beverly LeBlanc can answer that.
Good afternoon to you, Miss Beverly LeBlanc. How are you doing?
I'm okay. Good afternoon, Matt. Good afternoon, listeners of Q95.
You're a little PT boy. I know you have more power in there, so give me more power. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Matt. Thank you for having me on your program.
That's it. That's the power I'm looking for. So what's going on? What's the objective of this whole exercise?
Okay. Worshippers on the Front Line. The scriptural foundation for Worshippers on the Front Line actually is 1 Peter 2:9. And it says, but you are a chosen people, a royal priesthood, a holy nation,
okay,
God's special possession, that you may declare the praises of him who called you out of darkness into his wonderful light. And this verse anchors the vision of Worshippers on the Front Line. It reminds us that our identity is divinely bestowed. We are chosen, set apart, and called for a purpose to declare God's praises. And God doesn't choose us based on our human qualifications. He chooses us, he equips us, and all we ask is to obey. And so the book of Worshippers on the Front Line is really an interesting story. And as we've known in the Bible, God meets his people at different points in their life.
Okay.
So it was after attending 3 revival services that was held in June, from June the 3rd to 4th.
This year?
Last year.
The 24th, okay.
That Richie, the president, encountered a divine prompting through the anointing of words of evangelist Ronnie Harry.
Okay.
And his message really stood our hearts and issued a spiritual call, not just to be passive believers, but to step forward and unite the body of Christ in active worship and mission. So in response, Richie and myself, we embraced the call, and alongside a committee, we have led the movement, believing God is calling his people to a higher purpose of unity, transformation, and national impact.
That's an interesting story.
Yeah. So Worshippers on the Front Line is a non-denominational, divinely inspired movement with a vision to unite worshippers across churches, denominations,
So it's not
and
about
communities.
church.
It's not about church. No. It's not a church
Bringing
thing.
everybody
It's bringing
together.
everybody together. That's what it is all about. It is a call to action, a rallying point for believers to embrace their identity in Christ and glorify God through collective worship, service, and spiritual renewal. It is not just an event. It is a nation-building movement through faith. And the mission is to unite people across community and walks of life in a collective movement of worship, service, and spiritual renewal, glorifying God, fostering unity, and building a nation of worshipers that transcends church walls and denominational lines.
Yeah.
So the vision is to build a nation of worshipers. So it seeks to become a beacon of faith, unity, and national transformation. That is what it is all about. Building a nation of worshipers.
I responded that way. Let's hear this one there. I don't know if you've heard it before, but this is what I'm going to respond that way. Let's go. Let's go again from the top. That's appropriate?
Yes, it is.
All right,
That's
thank
very
you.
appropriate.
It's very appropriate because coming in, I think we were having a conversation and we're looking at what is happening in our country. And we know that Dominica is a very special country. And the enemy has been attacking our country in all different directions, our families. And if he can destroy youth, and if he can destroy the young people, destroy the families, he will destroy the nation. That's his intention.
Yeah.
But God is going to turn it around through worshipers on the front line.
Amen.
Come back to you, Richie, in a minute.
Declaration of faith.
Remember, it's the Michael Bell Daniel Memorial Park in Goodwill, September 26th.
What the enemy meant for shame, God has turned it around. He has turned it around. What the enemy meant for pain, God has turned it around for my good. What the enemy, for evil.
Messieurs, mesdames, get ready for one of the biggest gospel shows of 2025. Worshippers on the Frontline Volume 3, the Independence Edition, happens Friday, September 26, 2025, at the Michael Bill Daniel Memorial Park in Goodwill, under the patronage of Her Excellency Sylvanie Burton and Mr. Burton. Join faith-based groups, families, and friends for a powerful night of praise and unity, featuring Michael Farrell, the Bataka Nazarene Worship Team, the Peebush Cultural Dancers, Apostle Charles York, Championing God, Sanctified, DJ Slim, DJ Shan, Beverly and Friends, and Vessels of Honor. Tickets only $10 at Toots Connexion, Bullseye Pharmacy, or any WOTF committee member. Support this nation-building exercise and purchase your $10 tickets or provide a donation to the Worshippers on the Frontline Committee, as 50% of all the proceeds will be given to the President's Charity Foundation. Worshippers on the Frontline Volume 3 Independence Edition, September 26, 2025, at the Michael Bill Daniel Memorial Park in Goodwill from 8 p.m. A people in praise, a people in unity.
Some of them longing to go into His presence.
Back to you, Richie. it appears that it's going to be a big one
Yes,
on September 26th.
yes, we have been getting some very good support from persons that I know within our circle or network, I should say, as well as believers and persons who are, I should say, considering joining the fold, so to speak. But you know, this is always a personal thing. When you accept Christ as your Lord and personal Savior, it's a relationship with God. No one person can force that upon another person. You could even say it's divine intervention or a divine connection. But that relationship is between you and Christ. And so our job is really just to encourage people and share the good news. But that's it. No person can save another person in that aspect.
So what a big artists you have lined up for that activity?
Yes, we do have some big artists lined up within the local scene.
Mm-hmm.
And first on deck will be Mikhail Farrell. We all know Mikhail is no stranger to the stage. Over the years, he has matured significantly, not just on a cultural aspect, but he's a brilliant musician and a brilliant gospel artist. And so it's fitting to have him on the lineup. Of course, his fans will be following him. We expect a lot of persons following from the Catholic community, and we embrace them. We also have the Pebush Dance Group. They will be doing a special dance, of course, infused with the independence element. This is an independence edition of Worshippers on the Front Line. The Bataka Nazarene worship team, Matt, we have a group all the way from Bataka, so not just Pebush.
Kalinago territory.
Yeah, so we have our indigenous people on board with this one. We have Apostle Charles York. This is a very powerful man, not just in scripture, as an apostle, but seeing him perform recently, it was mind blowing. With the vocal range, as a man, hitting some of those high notes is not easy, Matt. There's a lot of training that goes into that. He's able to hold it quite easily. Feat, of course, he has achieved. We also have Beverly LeBlanc and friends. Beverly and friends so she's wearing two hats.
Okay.
That band, I will be drumming for that band.
So you won't be singing at Richie? You can only sing in the bathroom?
Let's say if you come, when you come, I should say, because you bought your ticket. So when you come, you'll see for yourself. Trudy asked me a similar question.
So it's a surprise then.
You'll see.
All right. Well, I think that we have Mikael on the telephone, so we don't want him waiting too long.
Yeah, bring him in.
All right. So yes, I know this one can sing. How are you doing, sir? How are you doing?
Good afternoon. I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
Well, I'm happy to have you and happy to talk to you on the telephone this afternoon. There, what can the people expect at the big festival there?
Well, of course, besides the energy, authentic praise and worship. Anybody who knows my way of doing praise and worship is uninterrupted. It flows right through in one sequence, just keeping the praise going uninterrupted. And authentic worship.
Mm-hmm. But what do you think?
Some of my energy.
What do you think about the activity itself and this plan of the big one? Bring all this, the groups together and praising God.
No, I think it's about time. We always needed to unify our praise. And of course, nobody can deny the fact that Dominica needs prayer now even more than ever. With all what's happening, to unify our praise, I'm going through all religions, coming to give one worship to one God. I think that's the right direction. And that is what pretty much caught my attention from the first invitation. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The way it was sold to me, like interdenominational, everyone gets the platform to do their worship, in one space. I think that is something to applaud.
And at the end of it, victory belongs to Jesus, right?
Yes, and all the praise is due to him. And that's the idea. I am hoping, on the evening, nobody shall see religion. People shall just see the one voice, the one worship, the one song.
Mhm.
And that is the idea. That's the idea.
What will happen on that night? What would make you different on that night?
Well, it's the diverse genres and the different techniques and ways of worshiping.
The energy,
And
yes.
the energy definitely. And I'm looking forward to even hearing the other artists more than myself. I'm eager to just worship with. Not only am I'm expecting to give, I want to receive so much more on that evening. I'm so excited to see, and to be ministered to as well. And in terms, be able to reach out and to touch the lives of those coming.
All right, Richie, any questions for Mr. Michael Farrell at this time?
In relation to the event, he can just tell us where tickets can be bought at this time.
Of course, for only $10. For only $10, you can get your tickets at Bullseye Pharmacy, to Connection, Q95. You can get your tickets. And of course, if you know the artists themselves, if you're having trouble in any of the box offices, you can always reach out to us and we can assist you in that way. And I want to emphasize again, it's only $10.
Yeah.
And the amount of blessings that awaits you for just $10, you cannot compare the two. So I invite everyone, don't look at the price, because I'm sure the organizers have a bill at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Don't look at the cost of it. Just come, worship God, and take as your contribution for your blessing.
Amen. Okay, Miguel. Thank you. Looking forward to seeing you on that night, okay?
Thank you so much for having me. I'm looking forward to it as well.
Take care,
so
Miguel.
much.
Take care.
God bless you, bro.
I think you said you have some tickets to give away.
Yes, but we do have some more information to give just before that. Let's touch on the core values quickly of worshipers on the front.
We're going to come back after this.
Who will stand against our King? No one can. No one will. Oh. Victory belongs to him. Oh.
Victory belongs to Jesus. Victory belongs to him. Huh? Let's speak to the core values, Richie. Some of the core values before
Yes, Matt. Just listening to Mikhail, as you rightly said, one of what stood out for him was the fact that we had so many people from different denominations, and this is one of the number one.
Was it difficult connection with this?
No, it wasn't, and that's what relationship is. Relationship is currency.
Because somebody's I'm in that religion. I don't want to get there. Yeah, it was not difficult.
It wasn't difficult, and I think again, as Mikhail, is the way we bring it up, because the thing about it coming to that point of bringing all the denominations together is something that God had been working with us on. Because we recognize that the enemy has really been strategically did what is called, I call it a scam mentality. If you remember Lion King, divide and conquer. So he has made us look at our denominations and guard our wall, and they're not realizing that the big picture is the kingdom. That's the big picture. The big picture is the kingdom of God.
We all worship the same God.
And so once you see the kingdom of God, and God gave us our talents, because we are one body, and every part of the body has a function. So it really was, and I'm thankful to God that it wasn't difficult connecting with the people that we connected for this. And I'm thankful to God. I think God ordained the people that are going to be singing for that particular event. And our core values is unity. We stand together as one people, transcending church and denominational boundaries. The other one is worship. We glorify God through music, the arts, and a lifestyle of reverence and obedience. And then we have service. We serve out our faith by serving others and uplifting our communities. Transformation. We pursue spiritual renewal that leads to individual and national change. And the last one, collaboration. We create space for partnership and collective impact across all sectors of society. These are the core values of Worshippers on the Front Line.
See what the Lord has done, huh? Very full, very powerful. See what the Lord has done. Bring all the churches together.
See what the Lord has done. Can you see what the Lord, what we wait for has come to pass? See what the Lord has done. When you're wedding day, you sing. See what the Lord has done. When you walk into that property, and see what the Lord has done. When the meeting happens, what we did for, He has brought to pass. See what the Lord has
I only sing on a Saturday, so I can't sing this afternoon.
You'll sing on September 26th. You know.
Are you doing well?
When you reach in the park, message me.
Yeah. You have a big fan base on the Saturday morning during the gospel time, you know. So,
yeah, I know.
so
I tune in as well.
They accept me, so
yeah, huge.
I don't know outside of that circle if they will, but let's talk about the logistics, Richard. Let's talk about the logistics.
Yeah, man. So back to logistics. Let's just finish up the lineup in terms of that. So again, Apostle Charles York, he'll be on board. Beverly and friends. We will have a word of encouragement, Matt. By none other than Randy Rodney, Pastor Randy Rodney. He will be there. He's also a special guest, but he will be there and giving us that word of encouragement sometime within the show. Sanctified. This is a powerful group from St. Joseph. They will be performing live. DJ Shan will be performing as well. Championing God from Castle Bruce. He will be performing, specializing in the dancehall bouillon genres. DJ Slim will be performing live. We also expect Vessels of Honor, a very powerful group, Dominican-based. In terms of MCs, I'd just like to reveal the MCs. We have none other than the legend, Franklin Peter Moses. We also have Miss Monel Alexis, who is making quite a name for herself in that part of the business. In terms of special guests, like I said, of course, we have Pastor Randy Rodney of the Truth Fellowship Global. We also have one of our WOTF committee members. We expect Shirley Xavier to be there. Pastor Pascal Hilton of the Biosh Nazarene Church. So we have folks from Biosh coming in. And I also have Miss Rowe. That's Pastor or Apostle Merlin Rowe. Yes, Apostle Merlin Rowe of the New Testament Worship Center. She will be at the event as well. So Matt, again, this is going to be a great event, a huge event. Tickets are going, and the tickets are on sale at $10, available at Bullseye Pharmacy, Toots Connection, or any WOTF executive member. The executive members are, again, myself, I'm the president, Richie Farrell, the vice president, Miss Beverly LeBlanc, the other executive members, Shirley Xavier, we have Valerie Edwards, we have Kishma Edwards, we have Veronique George, and Miss Tessa Prince. So we have a very powerful, dynamic executive working together to get this done and off the ground. So we can take a break, and we'll be back. And Matt, when we come back, some promotion. We have some giveaways.
Somebody's asking whether, let's bring that's the question. This young man, J. Crow, will be there. Maybe
That's an excellent question. J. Crew, we tried to reach out, but at the time we didn't get him. But I suspect for Volume 4, J. Crew will be there. I know him very well.
Time is not on our side, so I know you mentioned some tickets will be given away, Richie, or some promotion will be taking place in the last few minutes.
Yeah.
So let's do this and move on. Yeah.
Yeah. So before that, let me just say that again, this event is also charity based and community based. So we're giving back to Dominica, back to the community through the President's Charity Foundation. 50%, Matt, of whatever proceeds comes out of both the ticket sales and the food that will be sold at the event goes directly to the President's Charity. Directly to the President's Charity. The other 50% will be a little cushion,
of course.
Yeah, to cover our costs. As you know, the equipment is not cheap. Also, big up to Dynamic Sounds. They will be providing sound and lights for us. We appreciate them. That's Namin Roll's team. So let's go to the promotions. But I see you're getting a call. Maybe we can squeeze that in. What do you think?
Well, yes, if it's there, we'll take it. One call there. Hello, talk to me. Yes. Oh, sorry. That person's not serious at all.
Okay.
Yes,
All right.
Richie. Yeah.
All right. So let's go to a promotion we have now. We have free tickets, one of which I'm sponsoring. Free tickets right now available for grabs, and we have some simple questions. And if you answer correctly, you can call in. The numbers are 449-3095, 449-3096, 449-3097. Now's your chance to win 3 tickets. You can call in now. So, Matt, the first question.
Go ahead. We're waiting for the question. Am I allowed to answer?
No, you're not.
I don't qualify.
You'll get that too easy. Okay, so the first question: who was very, very first president of the Commonwealth of Dominica?
Really?
It's easy. It's easy. You know your country. You're a patriot. You love Dominica. You can answer this question.
The very first president of the Commonwealth of Dominica. That's a very, very easy question, huh?
Yeah.
You get a ticket just like that. 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
I told you when it's free. Huh. Try to talk to me. Easy. 1, 2, 3. You missed that chance, huh? Call on the line. Hello, talk to me. Yes, are you there? What's that?
You are correct. Congratulations.
You're just giving the tickets away. What's your name? What's your number?
Please call back. Please call back.
You are a winner and you left.
We need your name and your number.
Okay, caller, if you
I think somebody else
she
is
called
calling.
back.
She may be or no. Somebody else is looking for another question. I know
Okay.
them. I know. Hello, talk to me. Yes. Hello. No. Somebody answered the question already.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Someone
so
answered that, but
you,
they
you
left.
want you want a different question? Richie, can you ask a different
Yeah,
question?
we have a different
Yeah.
question.
All right. Are you ready?
Stay on the line.
Are you there?
So
Okay.
our next question is: we would like you to name one of the 3 artists on the lineup for Worshippers on the Frontline, Volume 3.
So we would like you to name 3 artists that is mentioned in the advert that will be performing at the Worshippers on the Frontline.
Do you have the answer? No.
Okay, call back. Do some research. Call
You
back.
caught them by surprise.
And the first caller, please call back so we can have your name and your number so you can collect your prize at
We will
$2.95.
have to give it away.
And while we wait for the caller, though, Matt, one of the things we always encourage people. Some people say that they don't take part, they don't come to concert, or they may not be able to come to the concert. If you're unable to come to the concert, you can sponsor someone to come to the concert.
Yeah. Okay, somebody else is on the telephone. Are you there, caller? Yes? Uh-huh. You ready to answer the question? You know the answer. Hello?
One of these people will be sanctified.
Sanctified is one. Speak up a little bit. We're hearing you
Speak
very
up.
low.
Beverly and Friends,
Yeah, that's 2.
Michael Carroll and Friends.
You have won yourself a ticket
Could
to
you have your
Worshippers
name and
on
your
the
number,
Frontline.
please?
Your number.
285
285
40
40
39
39. You got that?
Yeah, and your name, please.
Lucia.
Lucia. Okay,
Thank you, Lucia.
Congratulations, Lucia. You've just won yourself a ticket to Worshippers on the Frontline, Volume 3.
God bless.
You have more questions?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
we do. We have one more question. It's another easy one, Matt.
You came to give tickets away?
Yes.
All right, so ask the question.
Okay. So the other one. Can you tell us the date that Dominica obtained its independence?
You guys joking?
It's independence, man.
No, we not yet.
You have to know this.
No,
if
no,
you're Dominican,
but I'm
you
saying-
have to know this.
I agree, Richie, but we're just a few days away and you're asking that question? Oh my God.
There'll be more.
Let me see if somebody answer that question wrong. That'd be history in the making. Hello, talk to me. Are you
Hello, I want.
there? You want
Is
one?
it the, hello, is it the first call? Is it the first caller that
That answer the question? Yes.
for the first
The very first
the
question.
first question with Bernard Kuzrati?
Yes. What's your name?
Well, I was the one,
Okay, what's your name?
Doreen.
Doreen. All right, Doreen. Give us your number. I know your number, but they don't know. So give them your number.
2760848.
276
0848.
0848. Doreen.
Congratulations,
Congrats.
Doreen. Looking forward to see you at the concert.
Doreen? Oh, okay. I was going to give you the other question, but I think you know. One more question. Richie and friend giving tickets away. TTW.
Too easy.
All right, so it's 3:11 in the afternoon. Do you have the answer to the next question?
Yes, I think so.
You sure you have the answer?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. I'm listening attentively to you.
November 3rd, 1978.
Did you
Oh, yes.
see what
You
I
are
meant?
born Dominican.
Oh, yeah.
Your name and number, please.
My name is Cordelia Gee.
Cordelia Guest.
Mm-hmm.
And your number, please.
245
245
45
45
63.
63.
Fantastic. You have won yourself
Congratulations.
a ticket to Worshippers on the Front Line, Volume 3, The Independence
You don't
Edition.
you don't think that question was too easy, man?
Oh, yes, it was.
It was too easy. See?
Yeah.
So,
So when you're coming for your
when I
ticket,
come
please
back,
walk with your
I'll come back for you.
Yeah. Please walk with your ID and you can collect a ticket at Q95.
Yes.
Our time is not on our side, so we have to kind of wrap it up. Reach your final comments before we go this afternoon here. Yes?
Yes. So as the Vice President, Ms. Beverly, was saying, again, this is a charity-based event. It's community-based. We're giving back, but we're praising God while we're doing it, right? And again, the tickets are $10, available at Bullseye Pharmacy, Toots Connection, or any WOTF committee member. But you can also donate. Those of us who have more of the means within society, you can choose to remain anonymous. That's fine. If you'd like us to mention you as a sponsor, that is fine. If you would like to be a partner of Worshippers on the Frontline Committee as one of the financiers, so to speak, that is fine. And of course, you would be pushing a project, a program that benefits the Dominican society on multiple levels. We're talking social, we're talking based through charity in terms of financial help. We're talking spiritually in terms of spreading the good news, spreading that message of love, unity, peace, and principle, Matt. Things we know are currently lacking in some of the areas of our society. We want our society to be better. It can be better. We have not reached our best as a nation as yet, but we can do that, and we can do that together. So that being said, I'd like to invite those of us who have more of the means to give to Worshippers on the Front Line to the committee through a donation, and the Vice President can give the banking details.
If you can reach us at our number 275-9079 or 615-0200. And then you can also send your donation if you want to do through mobile banking at 1000-32033, mobile ID 615-0200. So if you choose to reach out to us and let us know you just want to give a donation and you just want to, you do not want your name to be called, you can call us at 275-9079 or 615-0200. If you want to do via mobile banking, 1000-32033, mobile ID 615-0200. And just know that you are sowing a seed for nation building, for building of the kingdom of God.
Correct. Hey, Casimir, I see you going to that festival. Bring your boyfriend, okay?
Yeah. Bring your darling, bring your doo-doo, bring your neighbor. Tell your boss man, hey, boss man, we go in there, you know.
Casimir asking me if I go.
We go in there.
I don't want to go. I cannot go with you because you have your boyfriend, okay?
Oh no, I'm going to call Mr. Sheridan, you know.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to call him. I'm going to buy his ticket for him.
Folks, it was a pleasure. It was a pleasure. We'll talk to you sometime soon, okay?
Yes.
Right.
Good afternoon to everyone, and thank you for giving us a listening ear. Again, I'm the President, Richie Farrell of Worshippers on the Frontline Committee. You've just heard the Vice President, Ms. Beverly LeBlanc. Good afternoon, and talk to you guys soon.
Blessings and more blessings. We go.
Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 1.
Going forward, no more retreat. I'm raging war on the enemy, taking back what was stolen from me. Are you ready? Are you ready? The king of our Jews. Lord God Almighty. Are you covered? Say, if your hands are anointed, if your feet are anointed, and if you're under the blood, give me a Holy Ghost shout. If your hands are anointed, if your feet are anointed, if you're under the blood, give me a Holy Ghost shout. Say, if your hands are anointed, if your feet are anointed, and if you're under the blood, oh, I am anointed. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? You want back your stuff? You want back your thinking? You want back your stuff? Say, if your hands are anointed, if your feet are anointed, and if you're under the blood, give me a Holy Ghost shout. If your hands are anointed, if your feet are anointed, and if you're under the blood, say, I am anointed. You put the enemy under my feet. I am anointed. Moving forward, no more defeat. I'm breaking war on the enemy, taking back what was stolen from me. I am anointed and appointed. I'm a mighty warrior in God's army. This I am anointed. So put the enemy under my feet. I am anointed. Moving forward, no more defeat. I'm waging war on the enemy, taking back what was stolen from me. I am anointed and appointed. I'm a mighty warrior. go. I'm taking back my joy, back my peace, back my health, and my wealth. I'm taking everything he stole from me, everything he took from my family. I'm taking back my dance, back my shout, for all the years he tried to shut my mouth. I am anointed and appointed. I'm a mighty warrior, God's on me. Taking back my peace, back my joy, I'm taking back my health and my wealth. I'm taking everything he stole from me, everything he took from my family. Shout for all the years he tried to shut my mouth. I am anointed and appointed. I'm a mighty warrior. When you come back with your something, then you wanna make sure you don't leave nothing standing. So you gotta pick up your weapon, pull it with the Holy Ghost blood, and point it at the enemy. Make sure you live everything when you come out. So what do you say? There goes blood, 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 blood. Let him up. Blood, 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 blood. Let him up. Blood, 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 blood. Let him up. Blood, 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 blood. Let him up. 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 After you take your stuff, what? Let him up. Let him up. Don't make somebody standing. Stop. You are here, moving in our midst. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, working in this place. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, moving in our midst. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, working in this place. I worship you. I worship you. Hey, Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is